Welcome back, low carb family. Glad you're here. I hope you're all doing well. And if you're new, thanks for stopping by. I'm just popping in. It's been a while since I did a video and just thought I'd stop in and have a little conversation. Let me know in the comments how you've been doing. I have missed you guys. One of the reasons it's been so long is I've just had way too much going on in life. And I know we all get to that place eventually, and just seems like stress on top of stress on top of stress. And I've been hanging in there, sticking low carb. Yesterday, that was not the case. Yesterday, I was having one of those days, and I was at work, and unfortunately, which is fortunate for those that are not on a diet, but unfortunately, where I work, there is an abundance of snacks. I work for a company and they sell certain things, and so those things are available for us to purchase in our break room. And yesterday was one of those days, and I thought, I think I'll be fine if I just get some potato chips. That won't throw me off too bad. I was in the break room and I almost got a candy bar and the potato chips, and I thought, no, just the potato chips, then I won't be, giving in to the sweets, and I'll be fine. So I went back, took the potato chips to my desk, ate the potato chips on my lunch break, and like I know is always going to happen, but I was like telling myself it wouldn't, is that I ate those potato chips, and then I also wanted something sweet as soon as I ate it. So back to the break room I go. The people I work with, they know that I eat low carb almost all the time, but they also know when I have days like I had yesterday. And I was like, well, I guess I'm having a cheat day. So I bought a Pop-Tart. And so I toasted the Pop-Tart. I had that. And, so then I was like, oh, that's bad. I had all that. So then it happened to be a day when they were celebrating birthdays in the office. And so in the afternoon, I had a cupcake and Rice Krispie treats and a cookie. So yeah, full on sugar carb binge yesterday. Yes, I felt terrible physically, mentally, emotionally. And as we all know, if you are a stress eater like I am, and your life is full of stress like mine is, it's very, very difficult once you have that first bite. I don't know about you personally, and I'd like to know how you are with your stress eating as well. For me, sometimes I'm okay if I have one bite, but I generally go weeks, maybe months, without giving in to real sugar or, carby treats. And I would say it's been just a few weeks this time, just because of things that happened, and I ate ice cream. But for me, I have food addiction, and especially to sweets and carbs. So for me, that tends 9 times out of 10 to lead to binge eating. I will binge eat because my brain just is like, okay, I had potato chips, now I want something sweet. Well, now I had that, now I want this, and now I want that, and then this, and then, oh yeah, and then don't forget about this. So I get into this, and I literally felt physically sick from all the sweets. And you'd think, I'm 55 years old, that I would learn by now to not even do it. So I'm still a work in progress here, and I'm trying to get to the place to where I just don't have that stuff hardly ever. I would say ever, but I don't want to set unrealistic goals. Now, I know there's some of you out there that claim you have never in so many years had a bite of anything you shouldn't have, and I think good for you, congratulations. That's not most of us. Most of us are not, well, I'd say a lot of us don't want to say we can never have something. I would like to get to a place where it is only a special occasion that I would have a treat. And maybe someday I won't want them, but I am in a place where I still want that treat, and that does keep me on track most of the time. I have kept my treats, with the exception of yesterday and that close to a month ago when I had the ice cream. From in between those times, my treats were low carb and sugar free. So I at least was sticking to that. But as we know, sometimes you start getting to the habit of having those daily. It gets you off track. And that's where I got. I got off track as far as started feeling some inflammation again, and started putting some weight on again. And so I had already been thinking, I've got to tighten this up. I've got to get back to a better way of keeping this under control. So I hadn't really got into starting that. And then when that happened yesterday, I've made a couple tough decisions since then. Yesterday, after that happened, I would have normally said, well, I blew it for the day, and I would have had junk again in the evening when I went home. Well, I didn't have any at home. I would have had to stop and buy it. I didn't. I went home and cooked breakfast for dinner for my husband and I. We had eggs with cheese and bacon and sausage. And so I ate healthy, and then we split a keto chow creamy. So I felt like I was already back on track last night. So that was a good feeling, to not just go ahead and give myself permission to blow the whole day. So I'm glad I did that. And then today I told my husband, I said, I am starting carnivore. I call it carnivore-ish. My meals are going to be carnivore, and I will still allow myself the keto chow creamy, which I also mix with the Equip Prime Protein, and that I want those to be my only extras that I'm allowing. I know some say go full on carnivore, don't even have the keto chow. Well, you do you. I'm doing me, and this is what I want to do, and I know it's going to help me. I would like to tighten it up and get closer to maybe a stricter carnivore one time, but I'm just not there yet. So to me, in my mind right now, this sounds like a great plan, and so I'm starting that today. I've done well. I had my coffee this morning. In my coffee, I may not eat breakfast, but I still consider it my breakfast, because I put a scoop of Equip Prime Protein in it, a splash of heavy whipping cream, and I sometimes even a pat of butter. So I'm getting nutrition in my morning coffee. So I've had that today. I'm on my lunch break right now. I came out and took a walk, took about 4 laps around the parking lot, and came to sit down in here and talk with you guys for a few minutes. So I have leftover sausage and eggs in the refrigerator here at work, and I will go eat that for my lunch. So I feel like that's great. But I want to talk to you about, I have had this mental challenge going on in my brain today. I was knowing that I definitely want to do this plan that I've planned out for myself. Because I ate that stuff yesterday, I think is where this was coming from. I was thinking, okay, am I going to regret starting on this stricter plan today if I didn't also eat a couple of my favorite things before I start? And those couple of favorite things are maple Long John donuts, I know, and some French fries. I've been wanting some French fries. And so I literally this morning, on my brain while I'm working, debating on getting in the car on my lunch break driving to the bakery to get the donuts, driving through McDonald's to get some French fries, having that because I felt like, I don't know, like I almost just would regret it if I didn't. Well, thankfully, my brain's learned a few things since I've been eating this low carb diet and following all of my friends here on YouTube. Doctors, I love you all. Thank you. Um, my brain learned a few things, and so I was hearing in my brain, I'm going to regret it. If I don't eat them donuts, I'm going to be thinking about those donuts and those French fries. Well, my brain had a thought. I know, surprising. I thought, what am I going to regret more? Am I going to regret not eating the donuts and the French fries that sounded so good that I really, really, really wanted? Am I going to regret that more? Or am I going to regret making myself sick again tonight because my stomach is still not over yesterday's incident? Am I going to regret eating that, making myself feel terrible, when if I don't eat it, by tomorrow morning, maybe by tonight, I'm going to be feeling so much better? So I had to weigh out the regrets. And so that hit me hard. And I hope you get a little something from that as well. It's about weighing out the regrets. What are you going to regret more? Are you going to regret giving up sugar, candy? Are you going to regret that? Well, you probably will to some extent, but are you going to really regret ending up in the hospital with something that you could have prevented if you didn't eat those foods? There's a lot to think about in that area. So yeah, sometimes I regret not being able to eat the same things that everybody else is eating, and sometimes it don't bother me. Other times it looks so good or smells so good. But I know, watching a lot of people I love, people I know, watching their health completely failing, some of them around my age, some older, but seeing their health just so decline, so just failing drastically. So I think I do not want to be in the same boat. I do not want to be 55, looking and feeling like I'm 75. I don't want that. I want to be like Maggie, the carnivore who's in her 80s and in better shape than I am. I want that for my future. So I don't want to have the regrets of giving up on a healthy body to get me through the remainder of what time God gives me here on this earth. I don't want to have a regret of being in the nursing home because I had to have a leg cut off because I couldn't give up the sugar, and it caused my diabetes to go out of whack. And what kind of regrets are you going to choose? Today I'm choosing to regret missing out on maple Long John donuts from Jolly Pirate Donuts, and I am choosing to regret not eating some French fries with some ketchup and salt. It's okay. I can handle those regrets. And in the long term, I can handle those regrets much more than I could handle the regrets of having to go back on prescription medication. I have been so fortunate to not need it. And so I am choosing my regrets. I am choosing to regret that terrible food. Oh, I'm going to miss it. It's so sad. But I'm glad that my brain did a turnaround there, because if I would have went the other direction, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. I would have been driving to the bakery and to McDonald's, and I would eat the food, and it would taste so good, but then I would regret. So I just want to stop in, and I'll try to make another video shortly and maybe tell you a little bit how my new plan here is going and what I'm eating on a daily basis. But just want to stop in and help you all and help you think about your own regrets and choose wisely. And love you all. Have a great week. Bye.